Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and I am playing Hardline closed beta right now, as you can see. I finally got it and am now going to post footage of it for you to find people to see for yourself. I'm relatively sure there is no NDA on Battlefield Hardline footage because, others have been posting it on YouTube, and I just think, unlike previous betas, EA just kind of gave up after the recent Hardline 6-minute video was leaked. And as Patrick Sutherland said of EA at E3,
and let's be honest, we all know that there's no way we can keep this a secret anyway.
But if there is, I guess there's only one way to find out. And it also begs an interesting question. When nearly everyone has this supposed closed beta, and same with the limited edition of Battlefield 4, I suppose, the meme comes to mind, when everyone has the limited edition, no one does. You know the one I mean, from The Incredibles. So, this game is pretty cool in my opinion, but the point of the story is that you don't have to trust me on this, because, well, this is a closed beta right now. There is going to be an open beta closer to the release date, so, I wouldn't rush to pre-order the game right now. And I think we all still remember quite well the Battlefield 4 piece of caca we got stuck with. In fact, some of us were stupid enough to pre-order, specifically me. But no more. I'm going to see now the actual gameplay, how it is, well before I run and buy into it. And it seems to run pretty well, actually, even despite the Frostbite 3 engine. The gunplay is pretty sweet, and the game is a lot more infantry based, obviously, since it's happening in the middle of the city. There are obviously no tanks or LAVs, and you won't be sniped by a little bird every 3 seconds. Hardline is quite vehicle oriented though. There's still a lot of cars and bikes you can use to make your getaways from the cops or chase down crooks. There are 2 game modes, at least right now in the beta, Blood Money and Heist. Blood Money is easily my favorite so far, where you have a stack of money in the middle of the map that is up for grabs to either the cops or the crooks. The cops who want to take it into evidence, and the crooks who, want to steal it. And by that I mean pick up parts of it and hoof it ever so discreetly to their own vote. Heist, on the other hand, is more Battlefield style rush oriented, where you have 2 targets on the map, predetermined armored truck takedowns, which you have to set charges to, and just like in a rush game you have to defend these charges until they blow, after which point you have to collect the loot and make it to the escape point. Now, the guy who carries the loot, aptly named the carrier, can obviously be killed, at which point the cops can return the stolen loot back to the armored truck where you started, whereby the whole thing begins again. You gotta schlep all the way back to the truck, kill everyone, take back the loot, and make it to the extraction point all before your tickets run out. In Blood Money, which I played most of the time, it's just a metric ton of fun. Now, if you have a set of extra large ones, you don't have to walk all the way, the money all the way over from the loot dump into your own truck. You can also get into the other team's vault and take their cash that they've already liberated from the money pile, and hopefully live long enough to make it to your own vault. Thereby, you will not only be adding to the score of your own team, money-wise, but you will also be taken from their team, making it less likely for them to win. Now, let's see, what else did I want to mention? Oh, the police cars have sirens, So let's face it, I just sat there, in one playing with the lights and sirens for a while without actually driving anywhere, because it's a ton of fun. You can also lean out of cars and shoot people while being a passenger by pressing Z by default. There are also faster, more agile bikes, but while on a bike you've obviously got no protection whatsoever and can be just mowed down in a second. You can also equip your cars with paint jobs and countermeasures in the loadout spawn screen. Now, they also have this protector or rhinos, or they call them counter-attack trucks in the game, and these are the biggest pieces of hardware you have on your team, and it might very well be a little OP at this time. These things will take anything down, but obviously you are still super vulnerable to a discrete C4 or a breaching charge, which, well, the breaching charge is one of the coolest gadgets in the game, and anyone knowing me, that I'm a bit of a C4 whore on the battlefield, knows that, this is right up my alley. The breaching charges can be used in many inventive ways, obviously, just like in Battlefield. They can obviously be used to blow up vehicles. They can be used to make a door in the walls. They can be used to booby trap places that you want to keep infantry free, like your own vault, for example. And speaking of infantry free, gas grenades. These things won't kill you immediately, but throw one down into a room and you'll clear it very quickly. Enemies and yourself will start coughing and take damage over time, so if you plan to throw down a gas grenade and walk through it like the Terminator that you are, you best equip a gas mask first. There are also laser grenades, or more specifically, I guess, tripwire mines, that you can put down to keep the enemy out of certain places. There's the 870 shotgun, which appears to be by far the most OP weapon in the game right now, with some scary good range and damage, and it obviously has a very good one-shot kill radius. I think it will need a nerf before release of the game. The sawed-off shotgun, the double barrel, on the other hand, struck me as more or less useless with a terrible range, but maybe it was just a fluke, I don't know, but I didn't take well to it at all. The bat is no longer a panic knife type thing. This is one of several new melee weapons that you can buy, but a little more in the buying process later on. Now, the bat is a two-hit kill, or you can knock someone out with the bat and then hold E to interrogate them.
Where are they?
And also there is one more or less non-lethal weapon, the taser. Now, the taser is a hilarious thing to use. Basically, it stuns enemies, but does not kill them immediately. Now, what happens when you tase an enemy by tap firing the taser, they go down, and this being debated, the animation's a little broken right now, but basically you have the ability to beat the shit out of them with your bat and go all Christian Bale on them, screaming, "Where are they?" while they are stunned. And what that does is interrogates them in order to reveal the other enemy locations on the map for a short while. On the other hand, if you hold down the mouse button to charge the taser before you fire it, much like the battles in Battlefield 4, you will kill with it immediately without the stun effect or the long and tedious paperwork that comes with it. There's also a ballistic shield, not unlike the one added to Battlefield 4 in the Dragon's Teeth DLC. And I'm going to shamelessly plug my Dragon's Teeth weapons video right now in this video. So go take a look at it. Now, this thing is actually pretty good. I'd say it's better than in Battlefield. It will stop any bullets coming your way, and you can still bash people with it. When you're not using it and it's on your back, it protects your back from incoming damage too, unlike Battlefield 4. And it will take 2 hits to kill enemies with it. There's no more counter knife, by the way, or should I just say no counter knife in this game. I don't know why I'm comparing it to Battlefield 4 so much. The thing is, I don't think this game warrants the Battlefield in its title. It's just very different from Battlefield 3 and 4. Oh, and remember that weird adrenaline-like syringe that Will didn't know what was used for when we saw it in the leaked weapons list? Well, it turns out to be exactly that. An adrenaline syringe used for reviving people, much like battles in Battlefield 4. Also, incidentally, the operator class in Hardline, which is sort of similar to the assaulter or the medic in Battlefield games, has this, what they call the survivalist perk. Basically, it allows you to revive yourself after you've been killed once per spawn. Basically, it's like the adrenaline syringe that you have yourself, that when you are killed, you can jab yourself with to wake yourself up. Unless you get your head blown off, then obviously it's like being knifed in Battlefield 4. You can't be revived. And the cool thing about Hardline that has made me chuckle quite hard is that the crooks look like spies from TF2. They have this more or less cartoonish looking ski mask on their face, and when they, or anyone else for that matter, pick up the cash, they have this big duffel bag on their back, sort of streaming dollar bills as they walk on by or run. And by the way, when these guys have money at any given time, they are classified as carriers, and when you kill them, you get a carrier killed bonus. Now, the good thing about this game is that players will no longer need to scream, "I need ammo," for hours on end, as it is now easy as coming up to a teammate and pressing E to grab his supplies. Also, the zip lines must be the most hilarious, one of the most hilarious things in the game. Fun things, much like what you're expecting, they allow you to shoot a line into the building next to you and ride it down to the windows and get inside very quickly, which provides for a quick getaway from the cops in tight situations. And by the way, the unlock system, which I said I'd mentioned earlier, for weapons and gadgets is based on money you earn instead of progression like in Battlefield games. Basically, you earn money, which is quite easy through team play and other actions, and you get to spend the money on whatever you want. You want to unlock the shield first? That's fine. You don't like the shield and want to go for the breaching charge? That's fine too. You also have this cool new system for squad perks that basically you can choose to activate once you have done enough support actions for your team. So whatever you say about Battlefield Hardline, it is a little bit of hilariousness, but it also seems to get old pretty quickly, ironically. So I'm not real sure how good it will be and how long it will be able to keep the players coming back. So leave me a comment saying what you think of the gameplay, what you got from it. And thanks for watching. Please rate and share this video as it helps my channel grow. Check out my other videos at the end of this one. And remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.